Hello viewers, Corporal Williams Mompere is my name. Farm manager, Reaper, deployed by Me Farms. We are here looking at this goat pen. Formerly, we have carried, it has been so closed, and we have carried out some new renovations, especially focusing on the aeration. This goat pen of ours have been closed so tight to a level that the wind that used to enter it, it could not get away through. So aeration was totally not there, as I may say. Aeration was totally not there. And due to that, we have been facing here a challenge of pneumonia. Because as goats could urinate, that urine could not flow down. After failing to flow, then even the wind that could browse that urine could not be there. So aeration was poor, and due to that, we have been looking at that thing, and we decided to make this renovation. Then we have these new feeders also constructed here to help goats, especially when it comes to giving them supplements in addition to what they will have fed on. And this feeder is placed at least 1 or 2 meters from where the goat stands to let the goat get into the feeder without squatting or bending to pick the feeds. So here is also another feeder. Yes, viewers, this is our feeder, which has 2 sections or 2 parts where you put feeds for the goats to feed. Like as you can see, you can look at this one, it is feeding. This upper part where we put a wire mesh, it is designed in a way that you get feeds like hay, like the very feeds that are in where the goat is feeding. And that one works better after putting the hay up. Even the ones that drop when the goat feeds, it will still come and find them down. So which means there is total minimizing of losses in as far as feeds on this feeder is concerned. Then there is, we have type of feeds like the pellets, like the silage, where they cannot be put up. Those ones are put in this down part. And one of the advantages of this feeder of ours, for it in all weather conditions, goats are free and allowed to use it. Because even if it is raining, a goat will still stand here and feed. Rain will not fall on it. Even if there is heavy sunshine, still a goat will come and stand here and feed. So that is one of the reasons as to why we make it that way. Thank you. So viewers, this is our goat pen, as earlier indicated or shown. And inside the goat pen, there are supposed to be partitions, as how these ones are. We have the main house, the main partition or the main room where all goats are supposed to be. So following that, then we have the kid pen, and the kid pen should also be separated depending on the size, the different sizes of the kids. For example, we have very young kids, we have winners. Those are 2 different types where they are not supposed to be mixed. Then we have a back pen. Actually, the back pen will be put depending on the number of backs you have, plus their behaviors. Because you may have different backs, and when they are put together, they fight. And in that fight, you may end up losing some of them, especially the ones which appear to be weak in as far as fighting is concerned. You may end up losing them. So to avoid that, you have to put, even in that partition that you have put situated for that back, you need to go on separating, so that when a back is put there, it should comfortably stay there. Here is our daily schedule, or the arrangement of how the daily activities are done in as far as managing or handling goats are concerned. When managing goats, you need to draft how you will follow these activities. The failure to do that, then somehow you will mess up. Now, for example, here at Reaper, ours goes like very early in the morning at exactly 7. We do the cleaning of the whole goat's pen, both up and down. When I talk of down, I'm meaning down the pen where the droppings follow. So from that exercise take us a full complete hour. So when we reach to 2 or to 8 a.m., then we start giving supplements to these goats as we wait for the time to take them outside for grazing. And when taking the goats outside for grazing, we wait for the dew to first get off of the pastures. So in so doing, in waiting for that, we ensure we give goats supplements. So that one also takes us up to 9:30. So when it reaches to 9:30, it's when we take our goats out for grazing. And in grazing goats, in a day, you are supposed to graze these goats for 8 hours. And these 8 hours, you don't just take them and count 1 to 8 hours. You take them at 9:30. When it reaches to 1:30, you bring these goats back to rest. After bringing them back, immediately as you enter them the house, you again get more supplements. You put in their feeders. You let them be feeding on those supplements as you are waiting for the second session of grazing. And this second session of grazing, according to our daily schedule, we start at exactly 3 p.m. When it clocks 3, you again take them back for the second session of grazing. And here we go at 3 and come back at exactly 6. So when you try to calculate the hours from 9:30 up to 1:30, then you add from 3 up to 6. Here you find you have used 8 hours of these goats to graze. And when you come back at exactly 6, you again give more supplements. Then these supplements will take you up to 7 p.m. When it reaches 7 p.m., then you close the house, you call it a day, and you give these goats time to rest. Off feed, off lights, let them also sleep and rest. That is our daily schedule. Then from there, we have spraying of these goats, which is done basically to avoid ticks on these goats. And I believe we all know, or most of the farmers outside there, we know that if goats are accepted or allowed to stay with the ticks, there are very many diseases you will get as a result of ticks. And once diseases outbreak on farm, they increases the cost of production. So we have spraying on every Saturday morning. Then ever after 2 months, we carry out the warning in our goats. So following this schedule, farmers out there, here we follow it where we take our goats for grazing at exactly 9:30. It depends on the weather conditions. Because out there, it may reach this hour when it is not yet, when pastures are not yet ready to be grazed on due to dew. So you draw your schedule depending on the weather condition of where you are. And here at Reaper, we do this just because we are just starting this. In a short period of time, we are going to get out of this semi-intensive and we are going to put our goats inside purposely for zero grazing. That is how our schedule is. Thank you.